The priority is to work with your team to create the version of the scene that most effectively captures the vision of the project. In order for that to be possible, you need to know the narrative and emotional core of the scene you're shooting. What purpose does it serve in the story? What are the essential elements that make the scene work? Is it about character development and subtle performances? Is it about capturing a key moment of action as clearly as possible? If you can narrow this down and communicate this, then you'll be a lot closer to getting everyone on your team on the same page, and you'll get much closer to telling the story in the most effective way possible. Because most of the conversations you're going to have will be about choices regarding the scene. So you might be asked, what do you think about this camera angle? Or where should we position the table that the characters are sitting at? If you and your collaborators both know what's important in the scene, these questions will be increasingly easier to answer, and your collaborator can offer you relevant suggestions because they understand what you're going for. Clear, concise communication is your most valuable tool and your greatest time saver on set. Try to put yourself in the shoes of your collaborators. Think about what information they need in order to understand and execute the vision you have in your head. Even with issues that don't regard the narrative and the scene, try to give people exactly the information they need in the clearest way possible.
I was very confused by the whole thing, if I'm being honest.
I mean, that's just a great life skill in general, actually. But when you're on set, think of it this way. Instead of saying something like, make it darker, or going into some irrelevant explanation of how you came up with the idea for the scene, you could say, this scene is addressing grief that these characters are experiencing, and the environment they're in should reflect the mental state they're in. It should feel somber and funeral-like. This is just an example off the top of my head and maybe not the best, but you can see how this is more actionable than the other two options. With that information, you could start making choices for different aspects of the scene.